A check-in call from an agent to a pitcher who's been on fire in the spring. A manager checks in with his ball club.
Afternoon baseball now from the Gulf Coast of Florida. Tropicana Field here in St. Pete. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Tampa Bay Rays. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, three-finger Ritzma gets the ball for the Rays in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy was super sharp in his last one, only allowing one hit, and he pitched really deep in a game to get the win in his last start. We'll see if he can match that performance in this one.
Ready now, Sean Clayton, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off the afternoon for the Angels, shortstop, Sean Clayton.
He's set, and the pitch. First pitch of the ball game is swung on and missed, and that's how we'll get things started this afternoon. And guys, the Rays, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Hey, this is the big one here, Matty. You know what, D-Roll? They're about to head on a 9-game roadie. One thing they'd like to do, get on that plane feeling good about themselves and salvage their last game of this series.
Yeah, Dan, they need to find a way to win this one today. Get on the flight, makes everybody's dinner taste better. 9-game road trip coming up. A lot of packing involved, a lot of grinding on the road. They need to find a way to win this last one at home.
And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Yeah, Matty, every person that bought a ticket tonight came to see one thing, and that's the guy on the mound. But I'll tell you what, from an offensive standpoint, this is what you live for. Who's going to make the adjustments offensively to put quality at bats against this guy? Do they have to get him early? Can someone work themselves into a big count to drive a ball in the gap late? I am so fired up to see this offense take on this monster.
And he fouls this one off. One out, nobody on. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Standing in, Ben Ramirez, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. From the stretch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Popped him up. Lehman over to his left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Angels are gone in order. And now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. So coming to the plate, David Castro, as we take a look at the splits between April and May.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Well, fans of the art of pitching are in for a treat. One of the game's big-time flamethrowers faces a top craftsman here today.
And you're going to see two different mindsets from both offenses. Facing the power guy, he's going to come at you. He's going to pitch to his strengths and not your weakness. And on the flip side, the finesse guy is going to try and keep everyone off balance. And I want to see what off-speed pitch he has working.
You know, Dero, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. Good pitchers come in all different shapes and sizes, and they come with all different type of weapons. We're going to see one flamethrower and one guy that throws below the speed limit.
Stepping in now, Ira Hahn, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. Long throw to third. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
Striding into the box, Ronald Iovino, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Little dribbler down the line, but it gets fouled. No swing on the knuckle curve, even at 1-1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
You know, Dero, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Okay, here's how the Rays set up on defense today. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
Stepping in, Carmen Castilla, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. With runners in scoring position this season, Castilla hits a little over the 270 mark. And he held up in time, but it's strike three called, and there are two down.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Into the box, Felipe Fernandez, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. He'll check in with an average still south of 230. 5 homers and 19 driven in. Comes set with the 0-1. Now pitch swung on and foul tipped right off the mask, it sounded like, of the home plate umpire, and that cannot feel too good, I wouldn't imagine. And he's down on strikes, so they get 2 men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get as the side is retired. Angels strand a couple. They're down 2-0. Now in the box, Brian Flaherty comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Brian Flaherty.
He's set. Here it comes. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
As this game progresses, I don't think he's going to want to miss in that spot down the middle of the plate much more. It's early. They're a little less aggressive right now, so he's able to get away with it.
Strike two. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see there, that number has him tied for second in the AL in that category. So digging in now, Sean Clayton. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And a swing and a miss at a pitch well off the plate. It's strike one. And he lays off for ball one.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chopped weakly to the left. Gonna be a tough play. And that's the second out. Stepping into the box, Chris Casto. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Up. Favreau is in his tracks now, and that will retire the side. Angels go down 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0. Leading off the inning, Ben Ramirez, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
The 0-1 pitch. Hit high in the air down the right field line, and that's in there. Base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
You know, we saw these guys around the cage during batting practice, and they told us they were going to be aggressive. I think this is getting a little ridiculous. They better watch themselves. If they don't start putting balls in gaps, this guy's going to find himself in the 8th inning cruising.
And it's quickly 0-2. Drilled down the line. Speared on the dive. Oh, but it's thrown away at second. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error.
Oh, that's a shame because he made an outstanding diving stop right there. That's when I think the adrenaline might have been pumping a little bit too hard and the ball just takes off on him. Too bad. That could have been a highlight reel play.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ira Hahn. And he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
First pitch coming. Here it is. So a rather weak start to the at-bat as he misses badly there. It's 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or you're still looking for the double play ball?
This is a great spot to be in as a pitcher. You have 2 strikes. You can bury one for a potential strikeout. And at worst, keep the ball down in the zone. You might be able to turn one pitch into an ending double play.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Ira Hahn goes down to become the first out here in the 4th. And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Rays' Road to the Show report. 2 guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. Settling in now, Ronald Iovino.
Now batting, left fielder, Ronald Iovino.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Right side, fair ball down the line. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Boy, a big game yesterday from these guys, D-Row. It takes them a little while to get through on the score column, but finally they get through in the middle part of this game.
Yeah, Dan, yesterday it was a fight to get to the bat rack. Everybody was squaring balls up left and right. Today, not the same. Pitcher's been executing, but they were able to dial it in. Hopefully that's the breakthrough.
First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Sliders in for a strike.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Leading off the inning, Felipe Fernandez, and they'll need him to get something going here. He's set, and the pitch. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. Well, now that we're midway through this one, it's safe to say that runs have been at a premium, and both starters, doing it in different ways, have turned in excellent performances.
Dan, you could speak to this. Obviously, 2 different ways to skin a cat. One's a finesse guy working all 4 quadrants, keeping guys off balance. The other, a flamethrower coming right at you.
Yeah, it's been a story of like 2 different styles of pitchers, but both getting the same thing. Both throwing strikes early, keeping the ball down in the zone. As you touched on it, there's more than one way to get around through a lineup, and we've seen one guy with power and one guy do it with more skill and finesse.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a strike. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
In now, Sean Clayton, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He is pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. Angels are gone in order. They still trail it here 2-1. Ready once again, Chris Casto. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, You know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
From the stretch. Started that swing a bit too early.
I know it goes without saying, but the best pitch in baseball is getting ahead with a first pitch strike. That's why this guy's been able to stay in this game, pounding the zone.
The 1-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. James has a read on it. 1 out. So striding forward now, Ben Ramirez. He singled his last time up.
Ben Ramirez.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled away.
So far, this has been a very productive outing. We're into the middle innings of this one, and his pitch count is down, and this might be one of those starts where he can work deep into this game, possibly into the 8th or 9th inning.
Behind 0-2 now. Low-scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. So he's just a third of an inning away from putting up another 0 as we take a look at the ball clubs with the lowest team ERAs. And you can see right there that these guys rank 2nd in the AL in that category. So now the Angels cleanup batter, David Castro, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A high fastball is in there. Comes set, and the 0-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Hey, I know this pitcher's getting ahead right here. He's got the hitter down 0-2, but to this guy in the box, might want to just live on the corners a little bit more. You keep missing down the middle, something's not coming back.
Right side, but it's well foul.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you have to find it.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Angels go down 1-2-3. Our score remains 2-1. Leading off the inning, Ira Hahn, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a 1-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning, it's so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
Left fielder, Ronald Iovino.
Just plain MLB.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. A wave and a miss.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Into the box now, Carmen Castilla. He swings and grounds it to short. Villanueva fields it cleanly. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Angels are gone in order. They're down 2-1.
Seventh inning stretch.
Now to the plate, Felipe Fernandez. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
He's set. Here it comes. A cold strike on the inside corner.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. So their half of the 8th opens with a man aboard.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Heading out towards shallow right. Gates has it in his sights, and that's the first out of the inning. There's our line score for the ball game thus far. We're in the 8th from Tropicana Field with Tampa Bay on top and trying to hold on. Now at the plate, Sean Clayton.
Up next for the Angels, shortstop, Sean Clayton.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. No balls and a strike to count. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
Stepping in now, Chris Casto, and he hits it hard to the right side. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. It's the Rays 5 and the Angels 1. Hector Hernandez comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Hector Hernandez.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
5-1 the final total in today's game. The Tampa Bay Rays jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Three-finger Ritzma earned his 9th win of the year as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon.
Broadcasting live from Oriole Park at Camden Yards here in Charm City. Tonight, the first of this quick two-game series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Baltimore Orioles. The Rays have now won 5 consecutive games. They'll aim to continue their winning streak next. Theodore Alford, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we look a lot at numbers from starting pitchers, walks to innings pitched, but one of the key stats I look for is whip. And he has a sub 1.30 whip coming into this start, which tells me he throws strikes. He's not afraid to get the ball in the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if he can string together some real quality innings in this one.
Stepping up now, Everett Elias. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Dan Dero, we take a look at the Rays entering play here tonight. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
Gates is there to put it away for out number 1. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He was the catalyst for this ball club last month. He had an on-base percentage of over 400. And when you're doing that, you're really helping your team.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Will Peniagua. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. First pitch coming, here it is. Missed with a breaking ball. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Ricky Holiday.
Yeah, Dan, we got Ricky Holiday behind the dish tonight. I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
Dero, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
One out, nobody on. Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone. Striding forward now is the DH, Ruben Finney. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. First pitch on its way. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
2 out, nobody on. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Gates is calling for it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Darrell Fields, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Just missed with a breaking ball. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Bounce it to the left side, and the Orioles have their first hit of the ball game. And a good decision to push it that time. He's in at second base with a leadoff double.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing. But, hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
Digging in, Edward Ramos, and he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
And a breaking ball stays outside. Ramos is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leveraged. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
Popped him up. Abreu is there. 1 down.
All right, let's take a look at the Tampa Bay Rays on defense. And guys, this starting pitcher right here is in the top 5 in the league in strikeouts. And what does that tell me? That tells me that his defense cannot fall asleep in this one. They better go through their pre-pitch routine. They better stay on their toes and stay engaged in this one in case something finds a barrel.
Coming to the plate now, Bobby Green, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's set, and the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. Bottom of the second here with no score. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Batting 7th, second baseman, Ryan Bernero.
Standing in now, Ryan Bernero. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. The 0-2 once more. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Orioles. We'll move to the third with no score. Stepping into the box, Adrian Huerta. It was a 2-for-5 effort from him in the series finale on Sunday. First offering on its way. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
Well, we're all hearing his name in the Cy Young Award discussions at this point in the season. It's pretty hard to argue against it when you watch him dominate a guy on 3 pitches and send him packing without much problem.
In now, Stanley Watanabe, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The 0-1 on its way. Popped him up. Mack has room in foul territory, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Into the box, Everett Elias, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Everett Elias.
First delivery to him on the way. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Just a tick behind for a strike. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Curveball locks him up. Strike 3, and that's the third out. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. In now for the O's, Will Peniagua. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get him in, but that hasn't been the case.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. And 2 count. Here's the pitch, and he takes strike 3 cold on the fastball. 1 gone. Didn't mess around much in that at bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Into the box, Ruben Finney hit down the third baseline. Backhanded. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th. So here's the cleanup hitter, Darrell Fields. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball. A wave and a miss. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So they breeze through this half of the inning. On to the top of inning number 5 we go. And we are tied 0-0. Digging in, Edward Ramos. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
Edward Ramos.
Here's the first pitch to him. And it's fouled away. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
Now the 0-2 pitch. Count remains at 0-2. Favreau into foul territory, and foul. Ready with another 0-2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And you can see that this staff currently leads the AL in that category. At the plate, Bobby Green comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Bobby Green.
From the stretch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, it looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ballgame.
That's back-to-back punch-outs, and he's really starting to rack them up now, guys. I've got 8 strikeouts in my scorebook for him now, so he's got good stuff.
Into the box now, Ryan Bernero, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error thus far for Baltimore. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. At the plate, Adrian Huerta. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Adrian Huerta.
First delivery to him on the way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. And that gets him on the mound. Throw gets him, so they are able to get an out on an unusual play, and hopefully the pitcher's okay. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game, and from all indications it looks like he's going to try to continue. So striding in, Stanley Watanabe. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. First offering on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error thus far for Baltimore. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This is part of what makes him one of the best pitchers in the game. He pounds strikes, and his stuff is really tough to make contact with. And when you fall behind 0-2, good luck.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Now another 0-2. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now. And I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Digging in once again, Everett Elias.
Right fielder.
Now here's the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate.
I know it's a guessing game, but usually when you flip that coin, it better come up fastball at this level. He cannot be late right there. That was right in the wheelhouse.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. We are still scoreless. Ready for another shot now, Will Peniagua.
Not sure if this is a powerhouse pitching performance by both teams or bad hitting, but as we're moving late into this one, it's about time somebody puts something together to try to score a run.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. Standing in now, Ruben Finney. Popped him up.
Ruben Finney.
Favreau has a play. 2 down. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Darrell Fields.
25. Darrell Fields.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's a high pop-up. Favreau waits on it. Oh, he botched it. Oh, and they botched this one as it drops in the infield. Ready for another chance, Edward Ramos.
Catcher, Edward Ramos.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Bounced softly in front of the plate. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. Orioles leave 1. Still no score. Digging in to try it again, Bobby Green. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Oh, 0-2, here it is. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Very brisk pace to the ball game thus far. 2-0 our score as you get a look there at the line score to this point in the contest. Striding in once again, Ryan Bernero.
For the Orioles, second baseman, Ryan Bernero.
First pitch on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. James moving forward. 2 gone. So you've got to figure he's got a good chance here to finish this one off. And with that in mind, we take a look at the league leaders in complete games. And as you can see there, he's really had it going into the month of June, currently leading the AL in that department. Stepping up to the plate, Adrian Huerta. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight.
Huerta.
He's set. Here it comes. A slider that he looks at over the outside corner.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They trail it here 2-0. Striding in to start the 9th, Stanley Watanabe, and they'll need him to get something going here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Dribbled to the right side. And he'll reach first safely.
Hey, that's a heck of an approach right there. Leadoff single in the late innings. Team's down a little bit. Let's see if this ends up being a huge turning point in this one.
Now the Rays manager is going to take that slow walk out toward the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one. John Valentine takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
John Valentine.
You could just see that the confidence is radiating off of them out there right now. That's 6 wins in a row, and this looks like a train that's not about to slow down anytime soon.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. Tampa Bay came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Three-finger Ritzma wins his team-leading 10th game of the year, allowing only a pair of hits in 8 full innings pitched. John Valentine closes the door for the save, his 21st of the year. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rays, 2 runs on 4 hits. 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the Orioles.